The Colorado Avalanche have won the Stanley Cup and the San Jose Barracuda have won the AHL Cup. But none of that matters here. Let's see. What are we going to get? Are we going to get a high pick in the draft lottery? Come on, boys. Let's go. We have the number 13th pick. God damn it. Welcome back to Montreal Canadiens franchise mode here, off-season number 2, and in today's video, boys, we have a very big off-season. We just missed the playoffs. We took a step back. We need to take a step forward. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. We're trying to get to 250 subs, and let's get into this video. Okay, so forward depth charts. We have strength everywhere. We don't need anything, you know what I'm saying? They're saying we can run it back, and we Gucci, you know what I'm saying? Defense, we need everything, apparently. Like, we could get better at every single thing. And then goaltending prospects is still a weakness, so we definitely need that. Lane Hutson and everybody else is going to get the exact same focus. Defensive IQ, defensive awareness. You guys need to get better at this thing. Okay, so I just did all of the off-season focused things, but the Colorado Avalanche have won the Stanley Cup here and the President's Trophy, and they beat the Florida Panthers. So look at that. Florida, New York, and Florida. Here, the first two champions are the New York Rangers and the Colorado Avalanche in this sim. Connor McDavid wins the Art Ross. Connor McDavid wins the Hart. Cale Makar Norris. Marner there. Oh my god. Mattinen with the Rookie of the Year. You just absolutely love to see it. Marty Necas wins the Conn Smythe, so that trade definitely worked out for them. Markstrom wins the Vezina. Nick Suzuki with the Selke. Let's go, boys. We are buzzing right now. Awards, and I forgot we didn't go over all of these. Jacob Fowler's up here for wins, but obviously his save percentage is a lot worse than the guys above him. For rookies, what? Huh? Wait, what? Okay, EA Sports has the game bugged. I don't know what happened, but yeah, you know what? We're just not gonna question it. On defense, Cale Makar, 98 points, a plus 50. That's a Norris right there, guaranteed Norris. Oh my goodness, that is crazy. Gerard played alongside him. He was a plus 44 with 78 points. There is Lane Hutson, 68 points, 18 plus minus. That's pretty sick. And then for all skaters, oh my goodness, Connor McDavid put up 154. No wonder he won that the Hart Trophy. No wonder. That is crazy, bro. 74 goals for Connor McDavid. This dude's an absolute superstar. 99 overall. He's already at 1,400 points. He's not even at 1,000 games played. Okay, wait, so how did Nick Suzuki win this award? I don't really know. I don't know where he is in the face-off chart, but there he is. So he took 2,000 face-offs, had 57%, had 152 takeaways, 72 hits. I think he's definitely worthy of that award, and shout out Mattinen. Even though the game is bugged, he wins Rookie of the Year. 2 awards, that's pretty sick, and obviously Martin St. Louis saved his job in the last episode. His coaching career, he's under 500, which is unfortunate. However, he has a 71% scheme fit after switching to our AHL scheme fit coach, Sam Pelletier, the real GOAT of this team. And then Martin St. Louis has adapted all of his things, the defense, literally every single thing he's adapted. His playing style, his pressure, his power play, all of that. And I mean, the only thing I don't really like, I'd say, is our penalty kill is a 1-1-2, which kind of looks stupid. And I mean, other than that, you know, our offensive pressure is only standard. He rolls all the lines, so we have to get a really good team. At the same time, I actually really like how this team is looking. So I think that covers everything. We know we are picking 13th, but the first thing we have to do is view all of the retired players here. Who is hanging it up? Jets captain Blake Wheeler retires with 1,000 career points. Zuccarello, Roman Josi, 2 of the greatest players from their country. The greatest Norwegian player, the greatest Swiss player. Jordan Stahl retires. Mike Hoffman, Jeff Petrie, a couple of Habs legends here. Oh my god, David Savard, Habs a legend. The boys are buzzing. Did Carey Price retire? No, he didn't, which means he's probably not in the game. Blake Wheeler and Roman Yossi are coaches. Jeff Petrie is a scout. We definitely have to try and bring Jeff Petrie on. But here we are, draft interviews. We are picking in the lottery. This is very important. And there is a franchise defenseman up top, Landon DuPont. But there is 2 other guys with elite high status. I know this is one of the most stacked drafts in a long time. And we are here at pick 13 with Lucas Kalchier. We could definitely use a defenseman. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of defensemen, Brock Cripps, Aiden Bouchard. So there's a lot of options. In terms of centers, in terms of center depth on this team, we have Nick Suzuki, we have Mattinen, we have Caleb Desnoyers, we have Jake Evans, Joshua Waugh, Michael Hage, Patty Laine. So I think we're good there. Left wingers, I mean, we could always use some wingers, but we have Caulfield, Demidov, Laine. We have Joshua Waugh. That's pretty much it, though. Could definitely use a second line left winger to replace where Newhook. No, we have Slavkovsky as well. We have Slavkovsky. So we could use a guy to replace Laine. Maybe Jonah Nurenschneider is that kind of guy. Maybe on the right side, if we look somebody to replace Laine, maybe Eli McCamey is that guy. He's NHL ready. Oh my goodness, that is crazy. 54 goals. I think the smart move is getting a defenseman. Landon DuPont's obviously the top guy, but there's 3 defensemen right here. Lucas Kalchier, Brock Cripps, and Aiden Bouchard. So Lucas Kalchier, he played in an A+ league. He was plus 15. I don't know if he's an offensive defenseman. He looks like he could be because he's very small. So we're actually going to interview him. Let's check out his skills here. His biggest strength is his vision. So he's probably an offensive defenseman. We're going to make sure we know about that. And yeah, he's an offensive defenseman. And then the most important thing, what is your personality like? You know what I'm saying? Let's check this out. And he is carefree, but his on-ice play. Okay, an interview with Brock Cripps, a good old Canadian boy. Let's see what he is looking like. So he's a stay-at-home defenseman, so he's a defensive defenseman, I'd assume. And he is a few years away from getting to the NHL, which is interesting. And then his personality, this is the most important thing. And he has high standards for himself, and he wants to win at all costs. Okay, so I would interview Aiden Bouchard, but we have a little bit of information on him. So I'm thinking we go one down and interview a guy we don't know anything about. The last defenseman kind of in our range, and Angelo Fowler. So let's check out here. What is his play style? What is he kind of like? He's a two-way defender, so that's nice to know. Definitely need those. He can play in the NHL right now. This might be our guy. This might be our guy right here, and he's an amazing, loyal player. Okay, it is time for the NHL entry draft 2027, the Landon DuPont draft, one of the greatest drafts in NHL history, and the Dallas Stars want to trade pick 12 if we are willing to do that. Okay, so pick 12 here, who would that have us taking? Oh my god, the GOAT Shinsnik. I don't know if we need him. I think a defenseman is definitely our best option if we're being real. Okay, so in that we have Jacob Fowler and Jakub Dobesh. On defense, we have Lane Hudson, who is now a franchise 91 overall defenseman. Oh my goodness. 5-star senses, 5-star puck skills, 5-star skating, 4-star defense. This guy's an absolute stud. We have David Reinbacher, Marcus Pettersson, Caden Gooley, Cole Hudson, Arbor Xhekaj. So we could definitely use one other guy. Okay, so if we look at our forwards, we have Caulfield, we have Demidov, we have Laine, we have Joshua Waugh. So that's 4 for next year. We have Slavkovsky, and we have Sean Farrell, who can play in the NHL. Harvey Pinard, we'll see if we bring him back. And then we have Mattinen, Suzuki, Desnoyers, Jake Evans, Michael Hage down the middle, Owen Beck as well. Alex Newhook is an 87. What? Yo, we might have to hang on to this guy. This guy has 93 speed. You know, he's a second liner. He's not going to play on the second line, but he could definitely be a third liner. Or we could trade him because he's not going to be higher than an 87. There's no way. And we can get the 15th overall pick. Okay, hold up a sec. The first overall pick has been made, and the Buffalo Sabres are getting their third #1 pick defenseman, but this time it is probably the greatest defensive prospect we have seen with our own two eyes. Landon Dupont, no glaze. I mean, like, come on. Out of, like, all, like, the people around my age, this has to be the greatest defensive prospect we've seen. Like, point per game, can shut it down on the back end as well, and he's only like 15 in real life. But yeah, Landon Dupont goes to Buffalo, so he's going to be in our division. But okay, so we're looking at the 15th overall pick here that we can trade Alex Newhook for. That is Brock Cripps. But I think Aiden Bouchard is kind of the guy I'm looking at. He has no weaknesses. He's mobile. You know what I'm saying? This is a guy who could really replace a guy like Marcus Pettersson. You know what I'm saying? That's just my thought process. You know, maybe I'm tripping, but because, like, I mean, we have Hudson, Reinbacher, Gooley. We have 4 guys who can definitely play in the top 4. But I don't know. We have 5 guys who can play in the top 4. I don't know if we need both of these defensemen. Alex Newhook could be a great guy, but you know what I'm saying? 3 elite forwards. Then we have 4 other guys who can play in our top 6. So that's our top 7. Jake Evans can play there as well. Then our 4th liners, we have Hage, Waugh, Owen Beck, Philip Machar, Sean Farrell. It's like what we did with, what's his name, Emil Heineman last time. I think we could definitely look into trading a guy like Alex Newhook. So I think I've decided I don't want to move up to pick 12 with the Dallas Stars. Let's see who falls to us at number 13, and Shinsnig does go 12. So let's take a look at this draft class, call a timeout here. 2nd overall pick, Rocco Pelosi goes to the Philadelphia Flyers. This kid's a stud. He could definitely be a franchise player one day. Him and Michkov is going to be nasty. Alexis Joseph, 6'5", 219, exactly what the Sharks need. Peter Bebko goes to the St. Louis Blues. And then we have the onslaught of elites. James Scantlebury goes to Calgary. Max Penkin goes to New York. Fitzhenry goes to Los Angeles. McCamey goes to Ottawa. That's going to be interesting. Lafreniere to Utah. Pathal to the Bruins. Whatever to the Penguins. And Shinsnig to the Stars. I think I'm going to select Calchier or Ludovic Perreault or anything. So we're going to try and move back with the Anaheim Ducks 1 spot and pick up a 3rd round pick. That is not going to happen, dude. Are we just going to get finessed? Maybe a 5th round pick? I think that should be enough. Damn, they're not even willing to move. It's not even worth it to drop down at this point. If the Winnipeg Jets will be willing to move up 2 spots and they give us a 3rd round pick to move up 2 spots. It is risky, but I don't think we want this 13th pick. They pick Lucas Calchier, an offensive defenseman. This kid's going to be an absolute stud. But we already have Lane Hudson, you know what I'm saying? We don't really need that. Ludovic Perreault goes here to the Anaheim Ducks. That would have been nice. This French kid, I don't even know if he's from Quebec, but here we are at pick 15, and I think it's time to pick the guy that we want. So, who do we go with? With the 15th, first of all, the Montreal Canadiens would like to congratulate Nick Suzuki on winning the Selke, Tomi Matanen winning the Calder, and the Colorado Avalanche for winning the Stanley Cup. And with the 15th overall pick in the 2027 NHL Draft, the Montreal Canadiens are going to select from Tri-City in the WHL, Aiden Bouchard. Welcome to the squad. He's a 71 high top 4. Okay, this is exactly what I wanted. He's not ready for the NHL yet, but he has 88 offensive awareness. This is an offensive 2-way defenseman who can skate like the wind. You know, just needs a little bit more, you know, just like all-aroundness, and he can develop in the minors. I think that was a great trade. We pick up an extra 3rd round pick, and then now we're going to ship off our boy Alex Newhook here. I love you, Newey, but you know, you're gonna ask for like $5 million, and I think it is worth it to trade you for this 3rd round pick plus the 18th overall pick from New Jersey. New Jersey, you have a deal. Okay, let's see who goes 16 and 17. So 16 is a Finnish guy, Tuominen, 78 overall. This draft class is so stacked. You might think we got a bad player here. I don't think so. I think Aiden Bouchard's an absolute stud. He's going to be for a long time. Jackson Jacobson here goes number 17 to the Columbus Blue Jackets. That leaves us with the 18th overall pick. Brock Cripps is falling, even though he was a plus 17. There is also a gem playmaker here, Julian Risa. You know, that might be a guy we look to trade up for. But with the 18th overall pick, the Montreal Canadiens are extremely proud to select from the U.S. East, from the U.S. National Development Program, Angelo Fowler. Welcome to the team, and he's a 78 overall medium elite. That's what you like to see. This kid can skate, he can play in both zones. He's more a defensive two-way defenseman, so him and Bouchard are going to be nice together. You know what I'm saying? And now if we look at our defensive prospects here in the system, so we have Hudson, Fowler, Reinbacher, who can be elite. And we have Gooley, Hudson, and Bouchard, who can be top 4. And there's a very high chance Engstrom can be a top 4. Then we have the old guy, Marcus Pettersson. I really like how this team is shaping up. I don't think we're going to trade up for the gem. I think we did our damage in the 1st round, you know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness, Tyler Stewart, absolute stud, 81 overall sniper. Look at that, 5 X factors. This guy's sick. Lieb goes there. I'm looking for the gem. I forget his name. There's another elite player in this draft, and there is another elite player. You guys can let me know if this is the greatest draft in NHL history, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, because he's a 78, 21, 22, like 23, 24, like 24 blue chip prospects in the 1st round. I personally think that's absolutely crazy. That is so sick. But let's see, is there anyone we need to trade away, you know what I'm saying? Anyone who just has like a high cap hit, who just, you know, we can get the hell out of here. No one I'm seeing so far. The only one I'd consider is a guy like Marcus Pettersson, because he's older. You know, a guy like Jake Evans as well is another guy we could look at. But, you know, I think we're just going to hang on to our team for now. Here at pick 39, is there anyone we are looking at? There is a gem right here, another Aiden Pelly, a two-way forward. We definitely need two-way forwards, so we're going to take Aiden Pelly from the US West. Shout out our scouts. Okay, we're here at pick 45. Let's see, is there any other gems, you know what I'm saying? Is there anyone we can take? It doesn't really look like there's a gem anywhere close. So we just kind of have to shoot our shot here at somebody and hope that they're decent, you know what I'm saying? Kind of looking for some QMJHL guys. We haven't got a lot of those. There is an American playing over here in Canada who has 1 year. Noel Gugliano. We are just finding absolute snipes. Oh my goodness. Yo, this is the greatest draft in NHL history. Oh my goodness. The boys are absolutely buzzing right now. Shout out our scouts. There's another London Knight here. Who are we going with though? Look for here with this pick is a goalie. We have 4 goalies who we can take. You know, they're all kind of far away, so it doesn't really matter. This guy, I mean, he's from the America. This guy's from Sweden. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, those stats are insane. What the hell? But this guy's potential is nasty. I don't know who to take. I'm going to take this guy because I trust the Finnish league more and he's a fringe starter. Here's that goalie. I should have done that. You know what? Screw this. Screw the Calgary Flames. We're making the trade for that goalie because we absolutely messed up. That guy's an absolute stud. Holy, who are you? Seranimo, they want to give you up. Come to my team. Okay, there's not much we can give up here. Like, when did we pick this guy? He was picked in the 4th round. We'll give you a 6th from Minnesota, you know what I'm saying? 6th round pick for this guy. Yeah. You guys can cheer all you want. Scouts are cooking. There's another guy, Zach Fontinos. He can join the squad, you know what I'm saying? Another two-way forward who has a chance to become an NHLer. That is sick. Jocelyn there looks pretty good, you know what I'm saying? This draft is so crazy. You know what, we're just going to take Jocelyn, another American. We have taken so many Americans in this draft. They might put a tariff on us, but it's fine, you know what I'm saying? With our last pick in the draft, we have to go to the QMJHL. It's a rule now here in this series. We have to draft at least one QMJHL player in this team. Come on, boys. Is there anyone good? There is no one good at all. What is going on here in Quebec? Okay, so we're going to take our boy here, Nikita Voyaga, and that's our last pick. Okay, the QMJHL, screw the QMJHL giving us terrible players. We have to re-sign our players. Our coaches, Martin St. Louis is definitely getting that re-sign. He is definitely staying as our coach. So Negrin here, he is an A+ on the power play. He is A+ teaching. You are also staying, Felipe. Shout out you. Goodness, all of our scouts are expiring. What is going on right now? I just saw like 10 names expiring. So we're just going to try and bring all these boys back. You know what I'm saying? Keep the squad together. Brendan Meach, you can come back. MacIver, oh, you're a C. All of you C's, get the hell off my team. You know, Chris Drieger, shout out what you did for us, but you can go into free agency. We're going to offer our boy Yanni a contract. He's going to play in the minors right away. David Reinbacher is looking for an extension. $4 million is not bad at all. We can do something like 4.5 over 4 years. I think that's definitely a fair deal. Jensen, shout out everything you've done, but you can go to free agency. And then the rest of you guys, you can just get qualified. You know what I'm saying? And then Fowler. Do we play him in the AHL? Yeah, we have to play him in the AHL at least. There's no way we don't. And shout out for being on the team, you know what I'm saying? Absolute stud, Jay Andy. I mean, this playoff run was crazy from Josh Anderson, you know what I'm saying? 6 points. He had 5 goals, though. Those were massive 5 goals. But you can go to free agency. You don't want to come back. Brendan Gallagher, I mean, you only want 1.15. You know what? Take 1.25, Gally. Come back to the squad. And then we're going to sign our boy McCullough here. Welcome to the squad. Saul McCullough. I remember drafting this guy, you know, in the last year's draft. 5th round. Absolute stud. He's grown all the way to 72. Shout out all the hard work he's put in, you know what I'm saying? You know what? It doesn't really hurt to re-sign Sean Farrell, and it doesn't really hurt to re-sign Raphael Harvey-Pinard. Worst case, these guys are fringe NHLers, you know what I'm saying? And now we get the centers. Owen Beck, obviously, is coming back. Davidson is coming back. Kapanen is coming back, you know what I'm saying? Arneal is here. Mike Sullivan, Jim Hiller. There's a lot of good coaches here, but we need an assistant coach. An assistant coach can mainly, you know, kill penalties, you know what I'm saying? There's 3 A+ penalty killing coaches, but none of them are good, you know what I'm saying? But this guy right here might be our guy. Who is this guy? Julian Lizen. We're going to go with our boy Wayne here. Wayne Dice. He runs a box penalty kill. He has decent cheating. You know, he has decent influence on our players, and he's expertise in defenseman, and we have a couple defensive prospects that are going to come up the pipeline. So Wayne Dice, welcome to Montreal. Oh my goodness, it is like Christmas here with the scouts. Shout out you, Niedermeyer, welcome. We obviously have to get Jeff Petrie. Actually, let's just do that first. Jeff Petrie, where are you, buddy? There's Buffalin. Where is Petrie? Matt Zuccarello, I see him. Jeff Petrie, hello, where are you, bro? Okay, so we're going to have one AHL scout, and it's going to be Jeff Petrie as our only AHL scout, but he's a C. That is horrible. That is absolutely horrible. That is disgusting. Oh my goodness, why is he a C? Oh my goodness, I accidentally offered Arbor Xhekaj a minimum and he's not gonna accept. God damn it. You know what? That's what I get for trying to cheese the game and offer Arbor Xhekaj a no movement contract. Caleb Denoyer is going to jump into our team next year. Hopefully he's absolutely nasty, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully he can replace Alex Newhook in that role. But let's see, do we need any free agents? I don't really think we do. So we definitely don't need any goalies. On defense, we have Lane Hudson, Pedersen, Gooley, Reinbacher, Cole Hudson. We could definitely use another defenseman for this year, maybe a veteran. Our team here, we have Caulfield, Suzuki. We have to extend Demidov in the upcoming, January 1st. We have Line, Slavkovsky, and Matanen. We have Evans, Joshua Wall, Brendan Gallagher, Denoyer, Sean Farrell, Michael. Whoa. So, I mean, in terms of our top six, it is right here. Then we have Evans, and then we have Denoyer, who's going to play on that line. Probably Joshua Wall as well. Then we have, Gallagher, Hage, could put Farrell, but, maybe we get a third line winger and a defenseman. Defensive spot, he wants to come to Montreal. I'm thinking we sign a Stanley Cup champion, a veteran, a winner who can still skate, play the body decent, played good defense, just an all-around stud. Drew Doughty, former Norris winner, former two-time Cup champion, over 1,400 games. I think this is a good signing. Whether he'll fit on our lines, I don't know. I think that's to be determined. Thinking $6 million over 1 year is a good offer. So we're going to send that over to Drew. Another champion, somebody who knows how to get it done in the playoffs. Has been to the finals twice in his career, At 2, Lostarainen. I think this is a guy we could very much use. A 3-year contract may seem like a lot, pushing him up until there, but we can go like a solid, whoa, what? So the game is bugged a little bit because no one goes down after going down a year. So I'm going to give Etulos to Ryan $3 million over 2 years. I think that's very fair for a guy like Etulos to Ryan. Takes him up until he's 30. Going to play in our bottom six for $3 million. Just made the Cup finals again. So I think we bring in these two champions. I think that works. Truth, will Drew Doughty sign? Will, our other coach sign? Jeff Petrie does sign, so that's pretty sick. And I just offered him the wrong role. That is crazy. That is absolutely cooked. Oh my goodness. Does accept. Arbor Xhekaj somehow accepts that contract. I don't even know how that happened, but Arbor Xhekaj accepts that contract, and now all we gotta do is hire our coach, and we have a perfect offseason. For you, the assistant contract. Now I am over the staff budget. Do I care? No, this is exactly what we want. Here in Montreal, we spend more. We saved a lot of salary cap here. Like if you look at it, signed free agents, we have a ton of cap space, 15 mil. So I think that, going into the coaching budget, that's definitely fair. Or has been offer sheeted by the Detroit Red Wings, and that is for 1.3. We definitely have the money to match it. Do we want to match it though? So Philip Nasher is a good skater. He's not very good at anything else. He's also best friends with Uri Slavkovsky, so that's another thing to take in mind. You know what I'm saying? He's been doing well in Laval. He could make the jump this year to the NHL. I don't really know. But you know what? Worst comes to worst, we can trade him. We're going to match the offer for Philip Nasher. And it looks like none of our coaches are accepting. We are cooked. Oh, whoa. Aiden Fair, Angelo Fowler, and Horak, two of our best prospects, for Brock Besser, 89 overall. I mean, this would help our team for sure. But let's see, do we actually need him? You know what I'm saying? You'd have to be a top sixer. We have our top six already. Like, unless we swap Line for Besser, but I don't think it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? 6 mil for 2 years. Oh, this would be such an upgrade. I'm not going to do it yet. I have to see what you guys say first. For Mackenzie Weegar. Oh my goodness, these trades are crazy. So Mackenzie Weegar is an 87 overall. If he was like a 90, I would 100% do this trade, but he's not a 90. New season. Now Gallagher is back, so he's going to wear the A for this season. Next season, we will have to think, who's going to wear that assistant captain. Drew Doty's wearing number 8, and then our boy Atu Losterainen is wearing number 28.